Welcome everyone to Bonifabcustom. Today is the start of our project, the Mandalorian armor. Now, at the end of this project, the end of the videos, we're gonna be giving away something that we're gonna be making today on today's video. Now, anyone can be entered if two things, if you're a subscriber and if you leave a comment on one of the videos. Now, the thing that we're going to be giving away is a small Mandalorian armor made out of cast aluminum. And we're going to be doing that on today's video. So without further ado, let's get into the build. So I have the Thinkiverse, which is a program that has a bunch of different types of things you can print. And I typed in Mandalorian, and this is all the Mandalorian stuff that comes up. There's pages of it. And I'm looking for the helmet, so I'm going to click on that. And now I have my helmet here. And I'm going to download the helmet file. That's this one right here. And I'm going to open it into another program which is called Cura. And this is a splicing program that actually takes this STL file and makes G-code for it, so it runs onto my printer. So just give it a second here while it opens up. Here we go. Okay, so it's already there. Now that's the full-size helmet. And I don't want a full-size helmet. I actually want to shrink it down to only 20% of what the actual helmet is. So I'm going to bring this down to 20. And there's the helmet there. And I want to rotate it. So I'm going to take a look at the front view here. Actually, side view. And I'm going to rotate this down to 90 degrees, like that. And I also want to lower the Z to say minus 30%. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Okay, so now I have the position I want it in. Let me look at the top view here of the helmet. It's a lot smaller. It's only 20% of actual size. So I'm going to print this, get this spliced on the Cura, and I'll send it to my Creality printer, and I'll print a bunch off, and then we can start casting. I got my print done. You can see it looks pretty good. Not the greatest detail, but I don't really need really high detail. And I still have my support in here because I'm going to fill it up with an epoxy. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to prime the outside and clear coat it, and then I'll put some tape on and fill it up with epoxy, and then I can make my impressions with it. So to start off, I put a layer of the green sand inside this box that I made. And here's my Mandalorian model that I 3D printed. And after I 3D printed it, I sprayed it with some epoxy. And then I actually filled it with epoxy. So I didn't take out all this stuff in here. I filled it up so it's basically like a solid model that it'll make it easier for me to make an impression into the sand. So now I'm going to put a little bit of talc powder or baby powder so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make 6 impressions in here. So I'm going to take my Mandalorian helmet there, And I'm gonna knock it in here. Then I'm gonna press the sand on the sides here. Get it in there nice and tight. And I'm gonna pull this out. And there it is. Okay, so now all the impressions are done. We need to make an in-gate. So I'm just gonna put this aside. To make an in-gate that's simple, I'm just using this glass Tupperware. Doesn't have to be glass, it could be plastic. And I'm using this insert here. That's gonna be it's gonna cast my in-gate. And I'm just gonna put some talc powder inside here. And on this. And I'm gonna fill this up with the green sand. Try and compress that really well. Okay, so now I have that compressed, and I should be able to take this out. Okay, like that. Now I have this nice casting, and I'm just going to push out the insert very carefully, like that. And I'm going to clean off the sand, like so. And now I'm going to put this back onto each one of these impressions, and that's how I'm going to fill that impression with aluminum, molten aluminum. So I'm just going to line this up, and I'll put this one right here. So I collect all these scrap offcuts, machined offcuts. So we're going to use this for the casting of the Mandalorian armor. So I have my furnace all filled with my aluminum offcuts, and we'll turn that on, and it takes about 15-20 minutes to get up to temperature. Pour it in to each one of these impressions. looks good. There's my casting, and I'm going to take off the in-gate here. I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to do some detail work with my Dremel on all these castings. So now I cleaned it with some acetone, and I'm going to paint in where the shield goes here and the bottom here in black, and that's it. I'm going to mask that off. Give it a little bit of a clear coat so that the black I painted stays on. So the little giveaways came out really nice. A lot of detail in there. And it's made out of cast aluminum. Now, if you want one of these or want to be entered to win one of these, you're going to have to, one, be a subscriber of the channel. So if you haven't yet, push that button to subscribe now, and leave a comment on one of the videos entailing our Mandalorian build. So it can be this video or the up and coming videos of the Mandalorian aluminum cast Mandalorian suit. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe again to win this, or win 20 of these, because we're gonna have 20 available for 20 different subscribers. And we'll see you later on with another video of the Mandalorian armor.